Welcome back to Bobblehead Homestead. I am Jeff. I am on the road to Russellville. Finally a free minute and a quiet enough car. I'll talk about that. Is that the police? Yeah. I'm not speeding. I'm doing good. Yeah. So extremely busy. I'm going to tell you how busy I've been. That's exactly what I'm going to do. Let's see, the last video, it was last Friday. Jeff and Leanne from Iowa was helping me out. Saturday, I got caught up with, chicken chores, editing video, and doing that video over video and video, whatever that is. And that went out Sunday. Baby chicks are hatching during that time, and Sunday I made a delivery to Mina, and so that's not all that far away. That was a specialty hatch for somebody. So yeah, Sunday was a trip to Mina and chicken chores and getting those baby chicks situated. Let's see, then we get to Monday. Got all my stuff done by 10 o'clock, and I headed into Russellville. Sister and niece and her husband were visiting, and one of my relatives in Russellville is moving from a house into like an apartment, and so they're going through all that to move, and I've got some really useful items out of that deal. Yeah, I'll probably show you. Well, I'll just talk about it now. I'm not there yet. Lawnmower, generator, those things probably need some work to get going, but yeah, definitely worth something. A bunch of tools, little vise, hand vac, outdoor implements, stuff that you don't need in an apartment. Rakes, shovels, hose, little spiky things, loppers, there's an air compressor, and then some old camping stuff that I grew up using, a pie iron and a hot dog stick. I remember those, so those are nostalgic. So yeah, and I haven't picked up today. I'm going to get the generator and a big toolbox full of just all kinds of stuff, staplers and wrenches and clamps. So yeah, very thankful for passing that along to me. A lot of that stuff I had but got ripped off, and some of the stuff I didn't have, and it's all going to come in useful now that I've got more than 6 acres to deal with. But also I'm going in for that, and cousins are coming in, and uncles, aunts, and so we're gonna have a big dinner, and that's what I'm headed in to Russellville for today. What else did I Monday. Well, Monday, yeah, I went in and got a bunch of that stuff and brought it down and went out to dinner. And then let's see, today's Wednesday, so Tuesday, what happened yesterday? Every time I leave for most of the day, I got to spend the next day, catching up. But yesterday I went into Waldron, and this minivan was shaking. It was going down the road, shaking, wobbling a little bit. And so I stopped at, talked to Drew for a minute, and he looked at it, and he had a friend there who was helpful, and we diagnosed it was probably a tire with a bulge or something like that, and we checked it out, and we think we found it. So then I took it to the tire shop in Waldron, and sure enough, that's what it was. One of the tires went bad. And so while we were there, we inspected the spare tire. I haven't had this minivan long, and the spare tire was all dry rotted out and unreliable. So I went ahead and got 2 brand new tires. I'm thankful I'm in a position where I could take care of that. But 2 brand new tires, we put them on the back, and we saved the one good one as the new spare. So I couldn't shoot this video the past few times I've been on the road because it's shaking and every window is rattling and it was just too noisy. Today it's nice and smooth and quiet, and I can shoot a video as I'm approaching Dardanelle. Oh wow. So I've been talking, yeah, okay, 5 minutes. what else can I tell you? Yesterday, yeah. And so that was a big ordeal. That took a few hours. Also yesterday, see, I've been so busy, I haven't had a free minute for nothing. I went up to stop by my old place only for a few minutes to check things out, but then I went on to the 41.36, and I stopped by their mom's house. She had an extra rooster that wasn't fitting in, so I picked up rooster, and then I went out to the 41.36 just to stop by real quick, and we chatted about, you know, life stuff, and, you know, chickens and rabbits, and their plans, and, you know, stuff like that. So I wasn't there very long. It wasn't, you know, a video opportunity or anything. And then I got home, you know, right before dark, right at dark. Monday I got home right at dark. I left a little bit after 10 a.m. I got home after 8 p.m. on Monday, I think. Sunday going to Mina, I got home, yeah. And then when I get home, there's always an hour or so of work, getting everybody shut up and getting some of them ready for the next day. So I have just been, no fooling, life is going fast, and I am not having time for anything, and it's, you know, there's good to that also. Making phone calls, you know, trying to plan out all the things that needs to be planned out, and making arrangements to when we're meeting in Russellville, and life has just been weird. Oh, and Drew stopped by today too. Yeah, and while we were standing around, he noticed there were a couple old hubcaps and a license plate that were just sitting there. I had just taken them out of the van to make room for a generator today. He's like, "Where'd you get those cool hubcaps?" or something like that. And I'm like, "Oh yeah, those are yours." But yeah, Jeff and Leanne from Iowa, when they came down and were here last Friday, they brought Drew a couple hubcaps and an old Iowa license plate, because they know Drew and they know what he likes. And yeah, so he was really tickled to get those. He noticed those right off the bat when he got there, and we were just standing around talking for a minute, and he noticed them. So yeah, he knew they were cool right off the bat. So what a great gift and thoughtful gift those are. Okay, I am in Dardanelle. Well, I'll keep talking. We're about ready to go over the Arkansas River. I don't want to mess with the camera while I'm driving though. But yeah, Dardanelle is on one side of the Arkansas River, and this is Yell County. And then you cross the Arkansas River, and you get into Russellville, which is Pope County. Yep. The Arkansas River, for some people, that's the divide between the Ozarks and the Ouachitas. Geologists and people like that would say that, you know, this is the divide. The Ozarks end here, and the Ozarks go to the north, and the Ouachitas start here and go to the south. But for marketing reasons, they wanted Mount Magazine to be in the Ozarks. But yeah, that's a whole big long thing. And yeah, I don't know if you're seeing that. I've got my eyeball on this Bobcat skid steer that's you're never going to be able to see. Yeah, I've been dreaming about heavy equipment lately. I've been watching, when I do have a few minutes, I've been watching some YouTube videos on how to build a driveway. So yeah, Diggin' Life 21. Yeah, I've watched some of his videos. Diggin' Life, no G on digging. It's Diggin' Life 21. Interesting, and sometimes the driveway cloth is used more useful than other times, and so that's something I'm thinking about, is the driveway cloth. One thing, it would keep down on weeds. It's supposed to help water shed off of the road so you don't get puddling, and but there can be some downsides to using it also if it's I don't know. That's why I'm watching videos. If any of you have used the driveway cloth on a driveway, Let me know what your experience has been. And of course, and that's one of the things he was saying, is it's different for clay versus topsoil versus, you know, really rocky areas. And yeah. All right, I think I'm gonna stop talking for now. Maybe I'll talk a little bit later, but I'm headed into Russellville. We are gonna do some help moving and sorting and getting stuff out of the house, ready for the house to go on the market, and then go out to dinner. And I brought a dozen eggs to gift to somebody. Somebody always needs a dozen GroovyEggs. Nice blues and greens and dark browns. Yeah, one of my relatives is going home with those tonight. Not sure who yet. I wish I'd had more, but it's been raining. And muddy eggs. Yeah, that's something I got to catch up on, is dispersing some straw out to the coops to help alleviate some of the muddy eggs. And another thing I need to pick up is some little flags, you know, little sticky flags, so I can mark the driveway width and the length and stuff like that. That makes it easier to see. I can also put them by stumps that are sticking out until I can get in there with my Sawzall and get them. But yeah, so that's what's going on today, Wednesday. Thursday, I have no plans. I need to get caught up at home. And Friday, we'll see what the weather holds. And Saturday, we'll see what the weather holds. So, but for now, I'm signing off. So, take it easy if I don't see you a little bit later. Also on the road home. We had a great family dinner, and now I'm racing to get home before dark. As usual, I'm talking too long, and yeah. We all went out to, what was it called? Sam's Southern Eatery. I guess it's a very small chain, just a few locations around the South. Mostly catfish, a lot of catfish choices, shrimp. They had poor boy sandwiches and tilapia, and yeah, just a good Southern eatery. I didn't eat all my catfish, so I got a big old catfish fillet for later. But yeah, it's great, and you know, getting together, cousin and aunt that I, you know, don't see all that very much. They're here in Arkansas, but a few hours away. And my sister and brother-in-law came up from Florida, and so yeah, great dinner. And I don't go out to eat that much, so I always appreciate a nice big meal. Yeah, now I'm racing home. It's 7:57, and yeah, it's gonna get dark. That's all right. I will be most of the way home by then, and I'll be very familiar with roads. It's the oncoming traffic, the lights. They blind me, and then I freak out, and it's just not a good feeling for me driving after dark. So I don't do it unless I really have to, or unless I'm not paying attention to the clock because I'm yakking away with family. What's coming up tomorrow is Thursday. I've got chicken chores to catch up on, and then I have naps to catch up on. So that is on the plate for tomorrow, a nap. I haven't had one since, what, Sunday? Yeah, so naps are good for, you know, with Parkinson's, you have a lack of dopamine production. Your brain isn't producing as much dopamine as it needs, as normal people do. And one thing is when you're sleeping, that's when a lot of your dopamine production occurs. So, and when you're drained of dopamine, then you're chronic fatigue. That's what happens when you don't have enough dopamine. Is you're always ready because your body is telling you, hey, go to sleep. You need more dopamine, and I'll produce more dopamine when you're asleep. So that's where the chronic fatigue comes from, is the lack of dopamine. So that's why naps are important to me. And, you know, I'm not your average brained person. my brain is a little bit different. So I'll plan to get a nap in tomorrow, maybe even Friday, who knows. I got to look at the weather. Friday or Saturday, I'm hoping to be back up at my new property and doing whatever I can think of to do. I did not pick up the little flags for marking the driveway and house site and stuff like that. I was yakking too much today. So, but I'm sure I can make shift with something. And yeah, so it was a good visit. I'm on the way home. I'm not speeding at all to make it home by dark. But after I turn this camera off, I'm about to Danville. And then once I get to Danville, it's about 35 minutes from Danville to my house. So there might be a little bit of daylight left. And then when I do get home, it'll be checking, getting all the eggs. I've got some broody hens, and what I have to do is I got to kick them out of the nest box and put them on the roost, hopefully to break them of being broody. So that's always a thing. And then I like to get my baby chicks food and water ready to go first thing in the morning. So that's one less thing I have to do first thing in the morning to get everybody out and going. And so yeah, I've got a good hour of work once I do get home. That means you won't get this video tonight. It'll be out tomorrow sometime. Yeah, sorry, not much excitement on the YouTube video front, but I have just not had a spare second in a few days. I've got a generator. Oh, there's an old tire. Yeah, you can probably see that generator behind me. So it's probably got old gas in it and needs to be cleaned out and drained and all that good stuff to get it going. But that is really, if my power goes off for an extended period of time, my incubator, the 300 eggs, $7 per chick, that's $2,000 in my incubator if the power goes out for a long extended period of time. So having the generator to protect that income and protect that investment, that's going to be a good thing for me. And got another garden hose and some tools and stuff like that. So yeah, another great day. I'm headed home, and I will stop yakking to you guys. But yeah, life is good. Life is good. And I appreciate what I've got, and all the opportunities I got going forward. And so thank you, and take it easy, everybody.